I'm pleased to bring in our panel right now. We want to welcome in former New York State Assemblyman and the founder of Americans Against Anti-Semitism, Dov Hikind, with us today. Also with us, he is the CEO of Aish Global, Rabbi Stephen Burg. Gentlemen, a pleasure to have you. Let's talk about anti-Semitism, the latest concerns. Now another resignation coming from the Heritage Foundation. It is Professor Josh Blackman. And his resignation from the Heritage Foundation, in part, he writes, Heritage came to a crashing halt after your infamous video. Your initial remarks were indefensible. Your apology was underwhelming. And the lack of any meaningful follow-up over the past 3 months has been telling. He's referring to Kevin Roberts. Calls for him to resign are growing. Tell us first, I'll start with you, Dov, about the departure now, Professor Blackman.
Well, I think that's great, but I want to speak about what happened at Turning Point and the lack of moral courage on the part of our vice president. I'm a great fan of his, but my God, you know, you're talking about anti-Semitism. The vice president said in an interview, there's basically no anti-Semitism in America. Americans are not anti-Semitic. That's what he said, neither Republicans nor Democrats. It's all about Israel. That contradicts every single poll. What in God's name was he talking about? And the lack of condemning people like Tucker Carlson and others is baffling. It's horrible. The bottom line is, he said, as long as you love America, that's what he said, as long as you love America, you're in the party. We accept you. Now, can they have someone from the KKK speak next year or someone from the neo-Nazi parties in America? Would that be okay? Because they love America, by the way. They love America.
And I think your comments about AmFest are also tied to the, you say the lack of condemning, and it is sort of, that's why there's this backlash against Kevin Roberts and Heritage, which has led to several resignations, this one just being the most newsworthy, noteworthy one today, Dov. But duly noted, your reaction to some of the statements at American AmFest and also Rabbi Burg, the fact that now Tucker Carlson is named as an anti-Semite of the year, and that he's the winner. Candace Owens ramps up some anti-Jewish rhetoric. Talk to us about that. Carlson was on the stage at AmFest as well.
Look, I think there was stiff competition this year, and it's really crazy between Candace Owens, Nick Fuentes. But I think the issue that we see with Tucker Carlson is really he has a massive platform. And, there's two types of anti-Semites out there. They're the ones that basically will just tell you your face, we hate you, we want to kill you. And okay, we all know where we stand. And then there are people that allow people to have these platforms to say, look, I love the Jews. I'm not an anti-Semite. It's against my religion. But I have to ask these questions. It seems like they're all in banking. It seems like they're all, and then you slowly, and then you give Nick Fuentes, and really we had watched it for weeks on end where he was giving a space for so many people that were anti-Semites to be on the show. And Nick Fuentes is just like a little bit like the cherry on top. So I think for most Jews that I know, most Jewish leaders and most Jews, they absolutely feel that Tucker deserved this. And we need more people to speak out about it. And frankly, he doesn't have a network anymore. A lot of these guys are chasing the buck. And it's popular to go against Jews right now. And I think that's what's a real issue.
So Ben Shapiro called out Tucker Carlson at America Fest, and here is part of his speech.
The conservative movement is in serious danger. It is in danger, not just from a left that all too frequently excuses everything up to and including murder. The conservative movement is also in danger from charlatans who claim to speak in the name of principle, but actually traffic in conspiracism and dishonesty.
All right, your reaction to Ben Shapiro, and I'm sure you've heard others who are now chiming in on it as well. There was some who said that no one should be canceling anybody, but your thoughts on what he said right there, Dov?
I think Ben was picture perfect. He was dealing with the facts. It's not about canceling people. As I said, when someone indulges in spreading hate, when you have guests on your show as Tucker Carlson, Tucker Carlson is a total disaster. Candace Owens, these are people that Goebbels would be so proud of. I want to just say in terms of Vance, I want to give him credit for defending his wife at Turning Point. It was beautiful. He even used the words regarding Fuentes eat shit. Beautiful, wonderful. What courage. Well, where's the courage to condemn anti-Semitism? Not a word about his buddy Tucker Carlson and others. Shame on him, really.
I want to give Rabbi Burg final 10 seconds here to put a finer point on it and some of the comments you just made, Dov. Thank you.
Ben Shapiro was absolutely fabulous. I was very proud of him. And he literally, I mean, the conservative movement, the Republican Party has to decide what they stand for and, more importantly, what they don't stand for. And when people are trying to sneak in and bring in hate, they've got to throw them out.
Big pleasure to have you both with us, Dov Hikind, Rabbi Stephen Burg. Thank you both.
Thank you. God bless.